beautiful earth angels. Thank you for joining me again. In today's video, I just want to talk to you all about how to vibe high, especially when you feel like you're in a low space or a low vibration, how to lift your vibe or how to maintain high vibes. I recently went to the Grand Canyon and I want to take you guys with me as I talk to you about how to vibe high. I also want to mention the Hualapai Reservation, tribe, land, people. I'm going to share a little bit of information about them in 1 second. There will be some footage of their land and their territory, so I did want to shout them out and pay respect where respect is due. The Hualapai Tribe is a federally recognized Indian tribe located in northwestern Arizona. The reservation is about 1 million acres along 108 miles of the Grand Canyon. The total population of the Hualapai Reservation is about 1,621, of whom 1,353 are tribal members. Hualapai translates to people of the tall pines. In 1833, an executive order established the Hualapai Reservation. I have a couple of tools that I use and that I have used to get myself to a place where I'm able to find balance in a higher vibe for the majority of my time. One thing that I feel is extremely useful and it works very quickly and it is always at your access, and that is to just get present. There are so many ways to get present. I like using some grounding practices, like just checking in with my senses, taking a moment to just obviously deep breathe so that I just feel myself. Breathe to clear my energy, taking deep breaths, feeling the breath travel through my body, feeling my body react to my breath. And then I take a moment and I just bring all of my attention to what I'm tasting in the moment, whether that's absolutely nothing. And then I bring all of my attention to what I'm hearing. And I start to really hear layers of things, near and far, subtle sounds, etc. And then I check in and just look out. And if I choose to have my eyes closed, what's showing up in my sight, in my third eye? If my eyes are open, just taking in what's before me. Just getting present in the moment that I'm in. And then I check in with what I smell. Just getting present. And this all just brings you into the moment that you're in. And most of the time takes your mind off of, whatever was making you feel low or anxious, etc. Then after that, I can calm down. I can separate myself from the situation or whatever the case might be. I slow down my nervous system. I slow everything down. And I'm able to think clearer and remember who I am. And that I'm always in the right space at the right time. Another way I lift my vibe is to just be very intentional about what I'm bringing in. And I think our 5 senses are the portals of energy that we have. And so, like, being very intentional about what you're hearing. So, for example, if you're trying to get through a certain situation and you're really needing to lift your spirit, lift your vibe, or open yourself up to communicate with our ancestors and soul guides, spirit family, and so on and so forth, you kind of want to penetrate the space so that, you know, it's powerful. And so, like, maybe just for that day or for a couple of hours, you're only listening to, like, high vibrational music, affirmations, like anything that lifts your spirits and reminds you of who you are and what's important, and that you have the power to transcend and transmute any negative space. And that can also be like who you want to, maybe you want to call somebody, be mindful of how this person speaks and what you're bringing in through your ears, through your portals. Same thing goes for what you're seeing. Maybe you need to go outside, go for a walk, look at nature, see all the life that there is, and recognize that there's something higher than ourselves, and that's making this everything work and everything go round and round, you know? And you start to realize that, like, you are not alone, etc. How you feel, what makes you feel good, whether that's like taking a shower, sitting in a bath, going for a steam, going for a run, working out. Like, how do you like to feel? Dive into that. What smells good? Maybe you want to cook a good meal. Maybe you want to light some incense, burn some sage. Maybe you want to dab some lavender oil around your temples. So just being mindful of what you're taking in, being intentional, setting intention. And eventually you'll start to develop a practice or a ritual that you can always dive into when you're feeling low, when you feel like you need to lift your vibe. Ritual and practice is so important. It keeps me going. It keeps me balanced. It keeps me centered. It's almost like you don't have to really think about trying to vibe high anymore because of the ritual and practice that is consistent in your life that keeps you whole and constantly just in this high vibrational energy that you don't have to work as hard because you're constantly cultivating this space for yourself just in the way that you move, you think, you breathe, you spend your days, you prioritize your time. Practicing gratitude, by far my absolute favorite way to lift my vibe. It is so immediate. If I'm feeling any type of way, I sit down and I start to get grateful just for being alive. And then once I start to think about the one thing I'm grateful for, it all just floods in. And then I'm just lost in this practice of gratitude and thinking about everything I'm grateful for. And then my skin starts to tingle and I feel the vibrations traveling through my chakras. And I just start to smile and I feel like my pores open and light shines out. And I'm starting to elevate in my subtle body, and then in my physical body I start to feel light and I start to see light all around me, and then I have transmuted this negative energy into a higher vibration. Manifest. A perfect time to manifest is once you've lifted yourself up to this high vibration. So once I'm here in this energy and I feel like I am all powerful and I am everywhere and nowhere at the same time, I start to manifest and speak the things that I want to see come down into this earth plane, into this earth cycle, this human experience. And I see it and I believe it and I feel it and I energize it in this high vibrational space. It's such this energy is so valuable and just like sometimes hard to come by living in this life, that you want to use it while it's there. And that's why I believe in manifesting during new and full moons, and like anything that's happening in the astrological plane. And then positive affirmations, also another easy one. And sometimes when you're in low energy, it's hard for you to find that positive affirmation. So again, I would first lift my vibe and then start speaking these positive affirmations. As a part of ritual, I would always just have affirmations that I'm working on at the moment, so that whatever affirmation I said yesterday might be the same one that I'm coming back to today. Lifting your vibe. Lifting your vibe is in your power. Don't put the power of being able to feel good, to access gratitude, and to lift your vibe in anybody else's hands, in anybody else's responsibility, or the expectation you have for any relationships in your life. It is not your partner's job to make you happy. It is not your parents' job to make you happy. It is not your job's job to make you happy. It is not your friend's job to make you happy. Your family or your kids' job to make you happy. That is your job, and that is your power, and it is not outside of you, but it is within you. So anytime you want to lift your vibe, you get quiet and you get by yourself and you go within. All of the power you need is within you. I love you all so much. Thank you for joining me and watching my live footage of my Grand Canyon experience. And while I was at the Grand Canyon and on the land of the Hualapai people and tribe, I was really harnessing these thoughts of lifting your vibe high and being so high up and just taking everything in from this natural space where I felt so connected to nature and to God. And I just felt like a high vibe, like a whole high vibe. I hope this video helps. Please like, share, and comment. Let me know how you feel, what you think. What are some of your rituals and practices to lift your vibe high in the comments below. Until next time, peace.